It was recommended by a friend. I saw how it elevated her lifestyle, how it assisted her, especially during the pandemic. She told me that maybe you could find something from this and, could assist you.
At the beginning of the pandemic, Ava, not her real name, lost her job as a secretary. With few options for income, she tried something new and signed up for an app called Sugarbook.
See, I have a lot of messages, pending messages. It's up to me if I want to read it or not.
Sugarbook connects men with money, or sugar daddies, with women, sugar babies, and lets them define the terms of their relationship. Ava has used the app to find 2 boyfriends.
How much has your life been elevated since you were a sugar baby?
Oh, a lot. Did you see this unit? This is not very cheap, And aside from this, I have no other bills to pay. Everything is paid.
But with all this assistance you receive, has there been any situation where they demand something extra or sex or?
Never. It's never like that. They never pressure me. Oh, you have to have sex with me because I'm paying you, or because I'm giving you all this. You have to. No, it's your own free will if you want to do it.
Ava says her current sugar daddy gives her jewelry, phones, and an allowance of almost $2,000 a month. Some of that money she sends to help her family back in the Philippines.
What would your family reaction be if they were to find out you're on Sugarbook?
Well, I'm sure they will be surprised. But as long as I'm not forced to do something I'm not comfortable with doing, I'm sure it will be okay. I mean, it's just like having a boyfriend anyway. So what's the difference of having a sugar daddy where everything is what you expect will just be there? And what they're expecting of you will be laid out there and you understand from the start, right?
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Sugarbook says the number of registrations has jumped by 62%.
I'm scrolling through the landing page after I log in, and there are 3 tabs here. As I can see, there are the newest member, college members, as well as featured members. And from what I see, these are very young, beautiful women ranging between their early 20s to early 30s. The women come from various backgrounds and various walk of life. And what is interesting is I actually see Muslim women on this app.
Sugarbook was launched in 2017, and it's been touting the sugar dating lifestyle ever since.
A sugar daddy is someone very rich and likes to pamper his sugar baby like me.
But its sudden popularity in a country that's predominantly conservative and Muslim caught the eye of the government. In February, founder Darren Chan was arrested and the app was blocked. Now, Chan's being charged for posting an article called Top 10 Sugar Baby Universities in Malaysia. If convicted, he could face up to 2 years in prison.
What was your initial reaction when Darren told you that he wanted to start a sugar dating app?
Well, my first reaction was, are you going to use the platform to cheat on me? But yeah, I guess trust is very important in a relationship, which is what we do really well.
Charmaine is 10 years younger than I am. A lot of her friends are calling me a sugar daddy. And I started to think about it, there's a lot of this sort of relationships outside, in Malaysia especially, but people are not saying anything about it.
One of the first questions I think most Asian parents would ask their daughters if they're going out with a guy is that, hey, what does he do? What does his family do? It's a normal thing, I would say, because they want to make sure that the daughter is going to have a better life with this guy. We just made it even more transparent for them.
Chan has declined to comment on the specifics of his case, but his messaging about the app has always been the same.
Our business model is merely a social networking platform. We provide a platform where for people to meet. And all our members are working adults and consenting adults. Whatever happens in between their private chats, it's not for us to judge.
How would you respond to certain critics saying Sugarbook is an application solely for the purpose of exchange of sex?
But I think they really have to look at what Sugarbook is essentially about. And women empowerment is about uplifting women by giving them a platform and increasing the capacity for them to be able to to make their own choices freely, and for them to be to enjoy their rights as a woman.
So would you say there would be a fine line between prostitution as well as sugaring?
It's completely different. Say if I have a daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter to be a prostitute. I wouldn't want her to be abused outside by other men or selling her body for money. But if I cannot make it in life, I would tell my daughter, hey, join Sugarbook.
Chan says Sugarbook has checks in place to verify users' identities and make sure underage women can't use the app. But Malaysia's Children's Commissioner says there should be no illusion about what's actually going on.
I think the most dangerous part being with someone actually give you money, gifts and so on. For what reason? I mean, you tell me whether that in itself is not something hidden and underlining that relationship is very much sexual based.
There are single mothers who are joining this platform because they face financial difficulties because of the pandemic. Some say that this is because there are certain failures within the government that led them to join Sugarbook. What is your response to that?
I feel very uneasy when you talk about single mother or even young female who actually getting money or try to get a better style of living. There is that very blur line of whether or not sex took place, but it can become a form of prostitution. So that kind of activities should be stopped.
What made you agree to do this interview after knowing that Sugarbook has been banned in Malaysia?
Well, I think we have to be heard as well because we're the one living it. You know, someone have to speak up about it, that there's nothing wrong in sugar dating. If it's not for you, then no one's forcing you to be in it.
Can you tell us why do you prefer sugar dating over having a normal girlfriend?
The Sugar Baby, it's a platform, is actually a social platform for us to get to know a girl. Honestly speaking, I'm still having a relationship with one of the Sugar Baby in a very special way. So I think, she is my girlfriend. So I don't know why people are segregating the concept of girlfriend from Sugar Baby.
So is sugar dating popular among you and your peers?
I don't think this term it's kind of like very popular, like a Sugar Baby kind of thing. But usually, among guys, I don't think they talk about age more. They talk about physical beauty. And I think it's wired in men's DNA. It's quite straightforward. But for women, it'll be very different. So is this guy an honest person? Will he cheat on me? Why do women feel that way? Because again, they're wired to feel that they need to be protected. That's how nature has nurtured both men and women.
Do you think it's somewhat transactional though, having a sugar baby having to pay for her lifestyle in exchange for, sex, company?
I think it's a fair question. So my question back to yourself is that if a man pays for the girlfriend's meal, could that be transactional as well? So to your question, I don't see it as an issue at all. I think the important point here is that both are mutually consenting and both have expectations of what they get from the relationship.